Wow, 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 wow. Who can say that they're actually surprised? Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm your host, Gabos. We back with another video. Appreciate all my subscribers. Obviously, I've been out for about a week. I've been recovering from either COVID or the flu. Nowadays, you can't really tell the difference, but your boy's been down bad. Slight cough, but we're still here. The show must go on. Y'all don't care about the excuse. Donald Trump has won the 2024 U.S. election. And I don't know. I feel like in some of my other videos, I've always been conscientious of the message that I deliver, because regardless of how big my channel is, I always feel like people that have platforms have a responsibility. But I don't like being one of those people that kind of get silenced because of politics. I really don't touch up on politics. I'm really like the guy on the outside looking inside. You know what I mean? Hey, you can't blame me for nothing. I didn't pick a side. But here we are, 2024. Donald Trump has won the U.S. election, and this is just my thoughts. Congrats to Kamala Harris. Shorty, you tried. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't know why people are so devastated by her loss. I was just telling my homeboy, this is equivalent to the biggest game that there is. You know, I often do football reactions. I love using football analogies, but this is the Super Bowl, bro. Kamala Harris is equivalent to, let's just say Joe Biden is Tom Brady. This is equivalent to Tom Brady going down at half and Kamala Harris being thrown in at halftime and being asked to win the game. She wasn't supposed to be the presidential candidate. It was supposed to be Biden. And a lot of time, and it's crazy too, a lot of people forgot that Biden is still the sitting and active president. People just think Trump is about to move into the office tomorrow. It doesn't happen that way. But this was what she was up against. She was thrown in at halftime and essentially being asked to win the biggest game of her career, the votes. I'm not surprised she lost. This is America. I don't know how many times, well, I don't really say it on my channel because I don't really touch on politics. I really like to stay out of it, but when people get so devastated, like, this is why I'll never be influenced by man or woman. And my faith in God, the man above, that's the only person I wake up to and I look up to for advice, for words of encouragement, for purpose, is God, bro. I'm not devastated by this outcome. Shit happens. This is all a part of the matrix I like to call chaos. This was supposed to happen. Shorty came in at halftime, very little resources, and she went up against a man, now let's just say, that already won a chip already. You threw in a backup quarterback versus a man that already got a ring, and y'all expected her to win. Number one, this tells me one thing about America. Sorry, I don't mean to trigger anybody, but it just needs to be said. This country isn't ready to be ran by women. It just isn't. We saw this when Hillary Clinton ran for her campaign against Donald Trump 8 years ago, where she was bringing up all types of different things regarding emails, regarding some of the controversial things he said and done in the past, all valid points that she made as a presidential candidate. It was just like, yo, Hillary's spitting. But yet, America still voted for Trump. Here we are 8 years later. If we didn't vote for the white woman, what made you think we were gonna vote for? You know, just food for thought. It was a mismatch. It was a mismatch, bro. Like, and the voting was, it's like a margin of like 5 million votes, America. Some of the bigger states too, the ones that she really needed to win, the Pennsylvanias. Otherworld, excuse my cough. I'm probably gonna be coughing a few times. Just excuse it. I'm not gonna edit that shit out. But nonetheless, the bigger states that she needed to win, it wasn't even close. Trump turned the whole map red. No Pyru, he turned that whole bitch red. Trump swept. And what does that tell me about America? It tells me what I've always known about this country. The older you get, the more you will realize that we will all die a bunch of lying hypocrites. That's what I've learned. This country cares about capitalism. It cares about what it has to gain. The moral compass, it constantly gets flipped. Every other day, the moral compass, like every single time we reach some sort of moral code, the goal line is always getting post. The goal line is always getting the goal post is always getting moved. Every single time we're talking about the morality of certain things, whether it's Trump's stance on abortions, whether it's his stance on giving police officers immunity, like everything that we always held against Trump, at the end of the day, we're a bunch of lying hypocrites, bro. Earlier this year, we watched this man get convicted. Found guilty. We watched this man become a felon right before our eyes. And just 7 to 8 months later, the same country, the same people that wanted him out the way because of the Capitol Hill riot. You remember that? I know you remember that back in 2020. The same people that were so outraged by how Trump could get a riot, could cause such havoc towards the Capitol. The man tried to oversee our legislators. He tried to change the rulings because he was mad that he got cheated. Those same people that hated Trump for that turned around in this year's poll and voted for him. They voted for him. Kamala, yo, she made a decent case, bro. Some of the things with like middle class families being able to afford homes. There was a couple of other stuff of the abortions where she felt like a lot of women who are victims of SA shouldn't be forced to be mothers as a result of that. Like, she made a lot of compelling cases as well as like standing for the LGBTQ community, you know, things that ain't got nothing to do with men. But nonetheless, she made all compelling cases. But the fact of the matter is, it always comes down to the root of things. No matter how we feel about either politics, it comes down to the root of things. When you think of politicians, when you think of leadership, when you think of leaders, I'm sorry, America, you think of men. It just, the truth needs to be said. Because there's nothing you could convince me. A man that was a convicted felon, a man that has made racial statements, derogatory statements, time and time again, a man that's been called lying. Like, I mean, what hasn't Trump done, bro? And to say that we're still, the country said, despite all the things that Trump has done throughout his life, we're still willing to vote for him to be president over a woman, over a former DA, someone that was known for putting people in jail, someone that was fighting for the right of humanitarians and fighting the good fight, whether, you know, you with the DA side or not. We still chose the convicted felon, ladies and gentlemen. What does that tell you about your country? Are we really standing together? Are we really united? Now, granted, I didn't pick a side because I'm a man. You know what I mean? Obviously. But I live in a man's world. I have a man's mindset. Where I wake up, I praise God. I look for God for guidance. I don't give a damn who the president is. That man is so high above the hierarchy. I don't worry about his impact on me. Obviously, it's going to have an impact, but I'm not one of those people that's going to complain, oh, my life is miserable because of the president. The fuck I look like? You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And America showed you that they rather vote for the devil they do know versus the devil they don't. Let's get right into it.
Our chief election analyst, Tom Connell, again for an update. Tom?
Chris, the blue wall is broken. And I'll show you what this means in a moment. Pennsylvania, I told you we needed a bit more of the vote to come in. We've got it. You can see the total vote now in Pennsylvania, 91, nearly 92% counted, 3.4% the margin, or more than 200,000 votes. The current rate in terms of the votes remaining, it's not going to close enough. That's going to be a clear win to Donald Trump. So he carries Pennsylvania. That's another one that he's flipped. When we go now to our overall results, we colour it in and we see that Pennsylvania is now going to be Donald Trump's going to win that the president election, 267. So what's to come? How does he get there? Yes, there's the rest of the blue wall. There's Arizona, there's Nevada. He's a strong chance in all of those. But before that, we get to little Alaska. Yes, Alaska. It's obviously a Republican hold. We just want to make sure nothing strange is happening. We've already got 26% of the vote. We've got Donald Trump clearly ahead. This is just something the Republicans don't lose. So we also have a victory for Donald Trump in Alaska. What does that mean? The race to 270. Well, that is now over. Donald Trump wins the state of Alaska. And as a result, Donald Trump is once again going to be the president of the United States.
Extraordinary stuff, Tom. Thanks for that, Tom Connell. There, we call it here on Sky News.
And it's just so crazy to me every time I look at this shit. The man is a convicted felon, and he's able to become the president of the United States of America. A convicted felon. We saw everything that we needed to see. What was it, January 1st, January 2nd? the Capitol Hill, we knew who was, I'm not going to say he was behind it, but we knew who enticed that crowd. I'm no hater, bro. At the end of the day, my opinion is Kamala would have won had she went up against Hillary. You know what I mean? That's the only way you were going to convince a bunch of MAGA hat wearing white men, you know what I mean, that are just biased towards Trump. Like, you got to understand, she was going to have to convince those people to vote for her over Trump. The MAGA hat wearing, oh, this is my country, boy. She was going to have to convince that population that it was time to turn the new page. That population that they're just brainwashed by the Trump administration. Bro, I ain't gonna front. Trump has a cult-like following like I've never seen one. Like, whenever you got people willing to go to jail for you, you got people willing to set themselves on fire in front of a courthouse for you, that is just the most deranged. And not to mention, bro, I ain't gonna front. The moment they tried to assassinate that man, not once but twice, I said, GG's. I said, GG's. Because now you have it. Now you have this historical moment. Now you have this figure who had the all-time aura of any other presidential candidate I've ever seen. He has more aura than Obama, and I thought Obama was really gonna, like, the first of his kind, first black president. I'm like, just like, the aura can't get any bigger than that. But when you got people setting themselves on fire, willing to go to jail for you, causing all types of riots for you, that's just a different level of influence. And thank God I believe in God, and no white or black man can have that type of influence over my life. But it is what it is. But yeah, once this man survived that assassination attempt, I said, Kamala, you got 24 hours to respond. What you got? Huh? You know what I'm saying? My son got shot in the ear and put his fist up with the security all galvanizing around him, and he's just like, yo, fight. I said, damn. And listen, bro, if y'all thought he was worse in the past, this is actually the same analogy I use with 50 Cent. 50 Cent is probably one of the most toxic influencers on social media. This man says whatever, he does whatever, and when he gets on you, it's over. But I always say this to my friends. This man survived being shot 8, 9 times. When you've survived nearly being killed, can't nobody tell you shit. If y'all thought Trump was bad in the beginning, wait till you see what he does in the next 4 years. If y'all thought he didn't have a filter in the beginning, wait till you see how this man moves after surviving not 1 but 2 assassination attempts. You know, this was a man on a mission. And for that, I got to give him his flowers, bro. Because I ain't going to front. No job employment is worth my life. You willing to kill me for this job? Yeah, I'm good. The man's a billionaire. He could spend the rest of his dying years in Malibu. Sunshine, roses, pina colada, whatever. He could be chilling on the beach right now. But instead, he cares enough about this country where he's willing to die for it. And evidently, people are willing to kill him. So I got to give him his credit. The man has done the impossible. This is like the first time in a long time where a president doesn't run concurrently, but he's now elected the presidency again. You know what I mean? So we jumped off the Trump board for Joe Biden, then realized that Joe Biden couldn't get off a bike without assistance. And we're like, no, we want Trump again. You know what I mean? And as far as Kamala Harris goes, listen, man, y'all threw a backup quarterback in at halftime to win the Super Bowl. I give her credit for taking on that challenge. That was a hard-ass fucking challenge to take. But she never really stood a chance. She never really did. But we'll see. Trump's only going to be around in office for 4 years. So it's just kind of hope we make it through. But this is Donald Trump wins the 2024 U.S. election. And this is just my opinion on it, bro. America just isn't ready to be led by women. And it's not to say that women are incapable. But when you got to convince those people that she was worthy, I don't think we stood a chance, because Trump's aura apparently got people willing to die for it. So I'm gonna holler at you guys in the next video. Your boy Gabos is back. Hopefully this cold leaves my system. And what a day to be alive, bro. What a day to be alive. Hit the like and subscribe button for more content. I'm gonna holler at you guys next video. Peace.